Hello! Today we make an interesting comparison between two ultrabooks. After testing a lot of gaming laptops, it's now the time to test two of the greatest ultrabooks from the market. On the left side, we have Lenovo Slim 7 Pro X, and on the right side, we have Asus Vivobook X15. The comparison will be made on the following points. First will be the display, second will be the performance, the third one will be the sound, and the fourth will be battery life. Despite the fact that on the gaming laptop we could not test properly battery life because it's not so great, on these two ultrabooks testing battery life worth mentioning, and we will take this in our comparison. On the left side, Lenovo has Ryzen 7 6800HS processor, an integrated video card Radeon 680M. And on the right side, the Asus Vivobook X15 has a Ryzen 7, but from 5th generation, so it's 5800HS, and the video card integrated into CPU is Radeon Vega 8. Basically, we want to know the difference in performance between Ryzen 7 6th generation versus Ryzen 7 5th generation, and between this integrated GPU, which is Radeon 680M on Ryzen 6800HS versus Radeon Vega 8 on the Ryzen 7 5800HS. Some words about the display. The display of Lenovo has a resolution of 2K, which means 2048 by 1096, and it's an IPS panel, which has a refresh rate of 120 Hz, and Asus Vivobook 15X has an OLED display with a resolution of Full HD or 1920 by 1080, and the maximum refresh rate is 60 Hz. In order to test the display, we'll run the same video on both laptops. Both displays are looking great. In games, for example, the IPS display of Lenovo will be faster due to the fact that it has a refresh rate of approximately 120 Hz, but on video watching or anything that comes to video and photo, I would say that probably the OLED panel is a little bit better for this kind of reproduction. So we can say that both are great displays, and one of them has an advantage at the refresh rate and one of them has an advantage at color reproduction, and I'm talking about the OLED display from the Asus Vivobook 15X. So we can call it a draw, but it is a small advantage for the OLED panel in this comparison. Let's start performance testing, and the first test that we'll perform is Geekbench 6 CPU test. We have the results. We have 1936 for Ryzen 7 6th generation versus 1746 for Ryzen 7 5th generation. Approximate 10% in favor of Ryzen 7 6th generation in single core, and in multi-core you have 9254 for Ryzen 7 6th generation in comparison with 4576 for Ryzen 7 5th generation, a performance almost double in multi-core for Ryzen 7 6th generation in comparison with Ryzen 7 5th generation. The next test that we'll perform is GPU benchmark on OpenCL. We have the results. We have 28263 for Radeon 680M versus 12612 for the Radeon Vega 8. A performance more than double in favor of Radeon 680M in comparison with the integrated GPU from Ryzen 7 5th generation Radeon Vega 8, which has a lower score. So only in 1 year, in 1 generation, the performance of the integrated GPU from Ryzen 7 is almost double comparing with the last generation, Ryzen 7 5th generation. This is quite impressive. Next test on GPU side is Vulkan test. We have the results. We have 33051 for Radeon 680M from Ryzen 7 6th generation in comparison with 10480 for Radeon Vega 8 from Ryzen 7 5th generation. This means a performance 3 times faster in favor of Radeon 680M in comparison with Radeon Vega 8. So quite impressive also this difference. The test that we'll perform is Heaven and Engine. We'll select benchmark on both laptops. Have the results. We have FPS 144 versus 35. This means approximate 4 times faster for the Ryzen 7 integrated GPU Radeon 680M. in comparison with Radeon Vega 8 from Ryzen 7 5th generation. The score is 3639 for Radeon 608 in comparison with 891, approximate 4.5 times faster for Radeon 60M in comparison with Radeon Vega 8. Minimum FPS 47 in comparison with 24, almost double. And maximum FPS 280 versus 63, a performance almost 4.5 times faster for Radeon 680M in comparison with Radeon Vega 8. Quite an outstanding GPU performance increase from the 5th generation of Ryzen 7 to 6th generation of Ryzen 7. Next test that we will perform is GFX bench metal. Have the results. We have 37 FPS in Astegruins OpenGL versus 19 FPS for Radeon Vega 8, a performance almost double in favor of Radeon 680M. We have 53 FPS in car chase versus 43 FPS. This means a performance with 1.7 more in favor of Radeon 60M in comparison with Radeon Vega 8. And on Manhattan Free One, we have 71 FPS in comparison with 46 FPS, a performance almost 1.6 more in favor of Radeon 60M in comparison with Radeon Vega 8. The next test that we'll perform is Cinebench R23. We selected multi-core test. We have the results. We have 11267 for Ryzen 7 6th generation CPU versus 10117 for Ryzen 7 5th generation CPU, a performance with approximate 12% in favor of Ryzen 7 6th generation in comparison with Ryzen 7 5th generation. Next test that we will perform is Speedometer browser bench test. Have the results. We have 152 for Ryzen 7 6th generation CPU in comparison with 161 for Ryzen 7 5th generation CPU. Interesting is that in this particular test, Ryzen 7 5th generation is actually better than Ryzen 7 6th generation with approximate 6%. The test that we'll perform is SSD disk speed test, and we'll run Crystal D-Smart 804 for both laptops. Have the results. We have 6759 for Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X at read speed in comparison with 3041 for Asus Vivobook 15X, a performance almost 2.3 times faster for Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro in read speed, and at the write speed we have 4894 for Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro in comparison with 1656 for Asus Vivobook 15X, a performance almost 3 times faster in favor of Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro in comparison with Asus Vivobook 15X. This is quite impressive in regards to SSD read and write speed differences between these two laptops. Now let's test the sound on both laptops, and we'll start with Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X.
I could set you free, show you what this world could really be. Here with me, I could set you free of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me, I could set you free. I could set you free. I could set you free. Show you what this world can really be. Set you free. Show you what this world can really be. Here with me, I could set you free of the pain and misery and let you be. Here with me, I could set you free. 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 Show you what this world can really be. Here with me, I could set you free.
We could say that both laptops sound very good from the audio point of view, but it is a slightly small difference in favor of Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X in comparison with Asus Vivobook 15X. But as I said, both laptops sound very, very good and very, very similar, with this small difference in favor of Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X. The battery life is a little bit better on Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X in comparison with Asus Vivobook 15X, but this is to be expected because Asus Vivobook 15X has a larger OLED display in comparison with the IPS panel from the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X. As a final conclusion, the display of Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro is a little bit better in terms of gaming in comparison with Asus Vivobook 15X display, but the display of Asus Vivobook 15X is much nicer to look at videos and pictures and media content in general. In regards to performance, the performance of Asus of Ryzen 7 6th generation versus Ryzen 5 Ryzen 7 5th generation is in favor of Ryzen 7 6th generation. In single core 10%, in multi-core up to 15%, depending on the test. In regards to integrated GPU, the things are looking different. The Radeon 608M is 2, 3, 4 times faster than the integrated GPU Radeon Vega 8 from Ryzen 7 5th generation. The sound is a little a little more better on the Lenovo Yoga 7 Slim Pro X in comparison with Asus Vivobook 15X. And the battery life is also a little bit better on the Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X. So as a final conclusion, Lenovo Yoga Slim 7 Pro X is a great traveling laptop which has great performance, great display, great speakers, and great battery life. On the other hand, Asus Vivobook 15X is a great laptop for media consumption, and that OLED display is actually so much nice to look at it. And also its weight is very good for traveling. But the performance of Ryzen 7 5th generation its integrated GPU is good, but not great in accordance with today standards of performance. Hope that you liked this comparison, and looking forward for you to subscribe to this channel so we can make great videos like this one, so we can help you to decide which is the better laptop for your needs, and you can choose it based on our results and our tests, which are real life tests. See you soon, and bye bye. Have a nice day.